Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Darren. My amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. Okay, let me give you an update. That Wi-Fi remote on switch that I initially posted on my video, I'll leave the link description above so you can take a look at that video. It worked when I was here locally, and I also used it via my phone. So I happened to be on a trip away from my station trying to activate and turn on my FLEX 8600 radio, and when I tried to do that on that app, it showed me that the device was offline. So it was very frustrating trying to turn on my FLEX 8600 remotely. So what I had to do, I had to call my mother to come into my shack and actually push the on and off button. I had to do a video teleconferencing with her to actually see it on the camera, say, yep, that's the button to push. And then I saw it came on. So I got a new method now. Since then, I returned that product. I bought it on Amazon. I returned it and I have a replacement. So this video, I'm going to show you what I did to make this remote on switch work. So this is what we have here. This is the new digital logger that I purchased on Amazon. Again, I'll leave the link in my description so you too can purchase this piece of Wi-Fi. Well, this is actually not the Wi-Fi version portion of it. This is just the relay to actually actuate and turn on. So I'm using this, and I found a RCA cable. I spliced one end of it, so you can see it there. One part is going to be the shield, and I twisted that together, and the other one is the common, or the middle portion. All right. And this is the short power cord that plugs into the relay itself. Okay, so it uses a Phillips head. You loosen that up and you put the two wires. What I normally connected was the normally open. That's normally open, the one on top. I'll just connect one wire there and then the other wire to the common. I'm not using the normally closed. And for your Wi-Fi switch, this is a TP-Link. I bought a 4-pack of this Wi-Fi switch. And I'm going to connect this to my power surge protector. So the FLEX 8600 is currently turned off. The app that I'm running is called Kasa, K-A-S-A. I'm going to go to my ham shack, and I'm looking for, here's where I already have it labeled as FLEX Remote On. And you can see it, it's now powering up. Okay, the fan kicked on. It's boot up testing, and we have a solid green light. And so there it is. It's working. All right, now to turn it off, instead of having a switch to shut the main power off on the 8600, which you have a high chance of corrupting the computer inside, you press the FLEX on and off. I think I'm losing connection. It's trying to connect. There, it finally connected. All right, you can see it's flashing. And it's off. Alrighty. The amplifier that I run here is the RF2K-S Amplifier, and I will do the same thing for the RF2K-S. Alright, this is going to be tricky. I got to move this monitor out the way. That's why my power strip fell. Okay, it looks like I got room for these Wi-Fi switches are pretty wide, so I have room for this. While I'm at it, I'll just go ahead and connect this together and screw the RCA plug and the two wires into the common and the normally opened. So yeah, normally open and the common, it shouldn't matter which one goes to which. Okay, so there's the reset and the off. So you put it on the reset and off, which is up, as if you're reading the digitallogger.com. And I'm going to now, I've already have it labeled. Okay, so it's on right now. It says RF2KS. It's this one right here. So I'm going to click that, and you should hear the relay in here clicking. Now it's off. So the red light is off. Remote on. Okay, it works. I'm going to leave it like that. Now let's connect this to the power source. This is not easy to get through here. I got only a small access. Here we go. Okay, I got the power plugged in, or this Wi-Fi switch. Now we're going to plug in the relay. That noise you hear is a fan of my digipeater. This is what you're looking at on the inside of here. There's my Raspberry Pi. That fan was hitting the wires, and I got that switch, Wi-Fi switch there. I got a cooling fan there for my ham clock. So it's a small access to get through there. Okay, now I got the plug plugged in, the power cord. Plugging it now to the relay. All right, it's plugged into the relay now. I'm going to route the RCA plug to the back of the RF2K-S. On the back of the RF2K-S, there's a remote on. So here's the RCA plug. Now I just gotta find where it's located, and I saw it. Alright, so the unit is on. Let me just turn it off. So currently the RF2K-S is turned off. It's the RF2K-S remote on. I'm going to power on the unit. Okay, it still shows off. But the unit came on. Maybe I got to reverse those polarities on the switch. But once it's finished booting up, which it's done booting up, I'm going to I heard the relay kicked in. Okay, it's on. Let me turn it off. So it's not working right now. All right, so it's not working, so I decided to read the manual. That jack where it has the power on, the manual says RCA connector for remote control. The device can be switched on remotely by applying a plus 12 volt DC at least 10 volts DC, a maximum of 15 volts to the center contact. The power switch on and off must be switched off. When the DC voltage drops, the PA switches to off. So I'm going to measure, see if there's any kind of voltage in the center conductor. So the center has to be a positive, at least 10 volts to a maximum of 15 volts DC. Okay, it's on now. Let's see if there's any voltage. No voltage when it's on. No voltage when it's off. Well, shit. It didn't work. So check this out. I got another experiment to try. DirecTV. All right. So that's right, folks. This is a power supply from DirecTV. It provides me, if you can focus in, 12 volts, 1.5 amps. If I could send 12 volts to the center conductor to remote on the RF2K-S, in theory, this would work. What I would need to do is this end right here, I got to cut this off, find out which is the positive and which is the negative, and ensure that the positive is on the center conductor. Well, thank you for watching. If you watch this video this far or so far, and watching me improvise. Alright, so you know what? Let's test this out first, and let's make sure that there is 12 volts onto this. Okay, let me plug it in. Alright, it's plugged in. Alright, I'll move the camera in closer so you can take a look at the meter. Alright, the center should be positive. 12.23 volts. Yes, sir. This would work. Okay. You know what? I don't have enough lead on here. I'm just going to cut this RFI isolator off. All right, center conductor. That would be the white on this RCA plug, and the shield is the shield, right? Negative. Move that aside. Let's take the outer sleeve off. It's always nice to have extra power supply laying around the house, or if you no longer need it, you know, just save the power supply for projects like this. I had a few that were 5 volts. Remember, I needed a minimum of 10. There were some that were 5 volts that I saw, and when I saw this brick, Direct TV 12 volts, I said, that's the ticket. All right. Look at that. White to white, and then the shield to shield. So I'm gambling that the white is going to be the positive. Okay, I need to put some solder onto that. I need one of those things that holds your wires together when you have a third hand here. Increase the temperature to 600 centigrade. So much for the heat shrink. It shrunk onto the wire. You see, it shrunk because the wire got hot. It's fair enough. I'm going to use electrical tape. Okay, I'm not plugged in case these things touch together. Okay, that's an amateur job right there. Alright, fair enough. Let's test the voltage and make sure that the center piece right here is going to be positive. Alright, the moment of truth. The positive should be in the middle. Okay. .24, and there's not a negative sign. Looking good. What if I reverse it? You see a negative sign. You see the negative sign on the left? Right here. Alright, so there's a negative sign there, which is the positive lead. I put it on the shield. But normal it up. Shield, and the red is going to go to the center conductor. Plus 12.23. Isn't this what ham radio is all about? Experiment. It didn't work the first time. Try a different way. And that's what I'm doing now. Okay, this lead is too long. Just going to coil it up a little bit like this. I think that should be enough. Okay. Remember, I still have that remote switch. It should still be off. I'm just going to double check that it is off. Remote, RF2K-S remote is off. Because if I happen to be dragging this around and that positive and negative were to touch something metal, it would short it out. Now I have the RCA plug here. I am just going to route it behind this Yamaha speaker. Find my way down to the remote on. Okay, it's attached. All right, let's see if this bad boy works. I'm indicating that the RF2K-S is in the off position right there. You see it. The on and off switch is in the off position. That's down. And I'm going to kick on the remote on. The Raspberry Pi is booting. Hot damn. This shit is working. RF2K-S using a direct, what do they call that? My satellite power supply. I don't even use the direct TV anymore. Well, shit, it's working. Awesome. Sweet. All right, I want to do the shutdown process. It's already booted up. As you can see it in the app, the remote is on. I'm going to push this. All right, so it shuts down the Raspberry Pi. Now, in order for me to shut down, you mean like shut down totally the power, if you look up there, that's my Wi-Fi switch. And that's my 220, 240, whatever you want to call it. I can shut down my amplifier's power supply via the switch, Wi-Fi switch. So it's right here. I can either, it's called the Eco Plug. I'll leave the link above if you guys are interested in doing that. 240. So there's my RF2K-S amplifier, or I can use my Alexa, which I have it connected to my Alexa. Right there, RF2K-S. This is the actual power 220. I can shut it off. Oh, the fan you're hearing is actually the Anon. That's my Anon up there. That's the fan. So yeah, there is no more power to the RF2K-S. Alright guys, let's summarize this power. The remote on for the RF2K-S. It's currently off. This is my 220 power. It clicks on. I have to keep this remain in off position in order to do the remote on. So I go to my other app, the Casa Home. There's the RF2K-S amplifier remote on. So I push this. And it's powering up. That's my HF Auto. Ta-da! Again, the switch is in the off position. Cool beans, guys. Man, I thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. And it's just trial and error basis. That's what amateur radio is all about, is to improvise, to experiment, to see what actually works. So again, to summarize, we use that that AC. I don't have it here. I already got it boxed up. I gotta return it on Amazon. But I'm using that. We tried that AC relay. It works fine for the FLEX 8000 series radio, 6000 series radio. However, when it comes to the RF2K-S, I did a little bit of reading and I found out that you do have to have a 12 volt power to actually be supplied to remote on. Minimum 10, maximum I think was 15 volts DC. So we got that set up using the direct TV satellite, which we no longer have. So I kept that power supply. So it behooves you to, if you have systems like that or extra wall warts, save those, because you can use it for other amateur radio projects. I appreciate you watching, and if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe. Leave me a comment, let me know how you like my video. My name is Darren, and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. I'll say 73, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great day.